Tonight on Top Shelf Sports, the Huskies try to improve their football season. Volleyball looks to keep on rolling, and the NIU basketball season is coming soon. This is Top Shelf Sports.
Welcome to another show of Top Shelf Sports. I'm Alex Rodriguez.
And I'm Eddie Garcia. We have lots of coverage on what the red-hot NIU volleyball team has been up to.
And we have a preview of the men's and women's basketball season that is on its way. Are you excited?
Can't wait, man.
All right, let's go, man. Let's go. But we begin with some Husky football as the Central Michigan Chippewas came into Husky Stadium looking to keep pace in the MAC West. While NIU, they were just trying to get a win to keep their postseason dreams alive. And as the game went on, Anthony Manny gets to start again and continues to prove himself as he connects with Christian Blake in the first quarter to tie the game at 7. Later, Huskies down 14-7. Manny throws an 11-yard touchdown pass to Argyros Turner to tie the game in the fourth. The Chippewas score first in the fourth quarter when Davion Spalding finds a hole to run through right up the middle, takes the ball 58 yards for a touchdown. Spalding ended the game with 124 yards and 1 touchdown on 22 carries. On Huskies' next possession, Argyros Turner shows that he wants a run of his own. Turner was given the ball after being put on motion and breaks a tackle as he flipped over, lands on his feet, 53 yards, and late in the fourth. And with a little time remaining, Central Michigan was struggling with kicking, missing a couple field goals, one in real time and one in overtime. Neither team scored in the first, but the Chippewas did score first in the second. Then Maddie scores one on a pass to Joel Bonneau to send the game into the third overtime. And after an interception by Central Michigan, Cooper Rush had a chance to win the game, and he did so with a 25-yard pass to Tyler Conklin. Both Rush and Maddie end the game with 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
After losing a close game to Central Michigan, NIU looks to bounce back in their homecoming game against Buffalo. The Huskies get the crowd in the game early as Argyros Turner returns the opening kickoff 97 yards for a touchdown. This was Turner's first run back of the season, and fans hope that it sparks more. The Huskies defense played a strong game as they intercepted Tyree Jackson 4 separate times. 2 of the interceptions actually bounced off Buffalo receivers, and 1 happened in the end zone. Later in the game, Anthony Maddie connects with Kenny Galladay for a 22-yard touchdown pass as Galladay also shows off his hands as he makes a one-handed catch. Maddie also shows that he can run the ball as he scores 4 separate times on the ground, giving him 5 total in the game. Maddie rushed for 125 yards, and NIU looked unstoppable as they beat Buffalo 44-7.
With more on the season ahead for the Huskies, we bring in our football expert, TJ Hopkins, to the desk. How you doing, TJ?
Doing pretty good. In a MAC championship rematch, the Huskies take on the Bowling Green Falcons. It is a game that leaves much to be desired as both teams are playing at a level that we are not accustomed to seeing. When it comes to the Huskies, they are ranked 15th in total offense, but are ranked 124th in total defense. So they can move the ball, but at the same time, they can't stop anyone from moving the ball either. Anthony Maddie has solidified the starting quarterback role as after Drew Hare got injured and battling Ryan Graham for the starting job. Kenny Galladay has been a stud all season. Bowling Green has seen a lot of changes as well, most notably moving on to freshman quarterback James Morgan. He's thrown 11 touchdowns, but has also thrown 11 interceptions. This game could potentially be a shootout, but I expect NIU to come out on top. The next week, the NIU Huskies play rival Toledo in Chicago at Guaranteed Rate Field. For NIU, this is possibly the most important game because it is a rivalry and the fact that Toledo is better than NIU. Overall, Toledo is 29-14 against NIU, but the Huskies have won the last 6 games in this rivalry. Toledo is 6-1 on the season, but they are 3-0 in conference play. Quarterback Logan Woodside has been outstanding this season. He's thrown over 2,000 yards so far this season and has 28 touchdowns compared to only 4 interceptions. Toledo is also ranked 14th in total offense and averaged 41 points a game. Toledo is a heavy favorite, but recent history is on NIU's side. Needless to say, the defense will have its work cut out for it against the Rockets. We would like to think a bowl game is in the future for the Huskies, but they have to win the rest of their games.
Do you think we're going to win?
I don't know. I would like to see it, though.
Me too, man. Me too. But thanks for coming to the desk, man.
Thanks for having me.
Always good to have you. Well, the Huskies women's volleyball team looks to add another MAC championship this year as they are undefeated in conference. In last week's game against the University of Buffalo Bulls, the Huskies started the game strong and never gave up as they shut out the Bulls 3 games to none. The Huskies add 1 to their winning streak, making it 10 in a row. NIU leads in the MAC West and has their next game away at the University of Ohio.
The women's volleyball team had their last home game against the Akron Zips, and it was a close one. The Huskies opened up strong, winning the first game, but Akron came back, winning the next 2. With the game on the line, NIU showed why they are undefeated in MAC play by winning the next game, forcing a Game 5. The Huskies go on to win Game 5 with a score of 15-12. The next home game will be November 4th against Eastern Michigan.
When we come back, we preview the upcoming season for both men's and women's basketball.
And it's almost the end of the road for men's and women's soccer. Can they finish off their season on a high note? We'll see when Top Shelf Sports returns.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Top Shelf Sports. With some sports still going strong, our soccer teams look to finish their season with a couple W's on their belt. NIU women's soccer had a 2-game homestand taking on the Akron Zips and Buffalo Bulls. Defense was on full display in both games as the Huskies held both teams scoreless. The Huskies' offense sputtered through, failing to get on the board. The Huskies tied both games in the Mid-American Conference action.
Men's soccer looks to win their first home game on November 5th against West Virginia. The Huskies have been recently struggling getting out of their last 3 home games, including a 7-0 loss against Akron and a 1-0 homecoming loss against Bowling Green. The Huskies have to pick up the tempo and win the rest of their games if they have any hopes of going into the MAC tournament.
I just want to make sure you guys know November 5th starts off women's basketball here, so we want to make sure that to represent November 11th on the men's side for the home opener. So again, the 5th and 11th, if you don't have your season tickets, please get them immediately. Stop. Let's just stop this thing right now. Let's go get them, okay? Let's make it happen.
Athletic Director Sean Frazier is pretty excited about the start of basketball season at NIU.
And so are we here at Top Shelf Sports.
Alex, you had the opportunity to sit down with the seniors.
Yeah, I was able to talk to Allie Lehman and Eric Armstead, and just to see how their season is going to go. They're very excited to start.
Guys, thank you for both being here. It's awesome to be in Victory Court with you guys. Just wanted a general question. How are you guys feeling about this coming season for both of y'all?
I'm very excited. Practices have been going very well. It's a lot more competitive. There's some trash talk, but it's all good fun because there's always a winner. There's always a loser to run the Diamondbacks.
I am super excited because it's senior year and our team looks really good as of right now. Practices, just like Allie, have been going amazing, so I can't wait to see how the start of the season goes.
For you guys, going to Cleveland last year, that was an awesome experience. 2 out of 3 years, I believe. So what is the mission to get to Cleveland? Is it just to get there, or is it to win it all?
And this year is to win it all. We've been to Cleveland, multiple times in the past, but now we need to take the next step and overcome our obstacle of, losing in Cleveland and win it all.
Just willing to fight for it because any given night, the underdog could take the win. And just like last year, Buffalo took the win, and everybody expected Ball State. So just bring your A game.
You both were saying that there's a lot of trash talk going on in practices. How does that get you guys motivated?
I guess it's almost like preparation for the game. There's going to be a lot of trash talk in the game. You don't want people getting you off the game. You don't want people, bothering you during the game. Knocking you off your mark. So I guess practice is just like anything else.
Ball, and you have to be able to be aggressive, and the trash talk makes you aggressive.
But now I got to ask you too. All right, I didn't just come here to interview. I came here to challenge you both to a 3-point competition.
Game on.
Game on?
Game
All right, are
on.
we ready? All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Good job, guys. Needless to say, they are both ready and anxious for the season to start, and I can't wait to see how the Huskies do going for a chance to go back to Cleveland. And don't talk about jump shot, man.
That jump shot.
Can we just say something? I was in a tie. I had to take it off.
Unreal.
Dude, it was a lot of pressure.
Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. Up next, we recap the Cubs in the World Series for over 70 years.
And speaking of basketball, the Bulls season is about to start. We preview that when Top Shelf Sports returns.
Series.
Welcome back. Cubs fans have been waiting for their team to play in the World Series for more than 70 years. And last night, they got their wish.
With this and more Chicago sports coverage, we shoot it to the Sports Hub where Emmett Kane is. Emmett, take it away, my mans.
Thanks, guys, and welcome to the Sports Hub. I'm Emmett Kane. We'll start off the hub with Cubs highlights from the World Series. The Cubs have not been here since 1945 and haven't won since 1908. Game 1 in Cleveland, Progressive Field. The surprise of the World Series is the young slugger Kyle Schwarber after being out since April. Starting in the first, John Lester is in the jam and Jose Ramirez hits a slow roller to Chris Bryant, and everyone's safe. Indians get out to the earlier lead. Next batter, Brandon Guyer hit by the pitch, 2-0. Now Cubs couldn't get anything done against Corey Kluber as he becomes the first pitcher with 8 strikeouts through the first 3 innings in the World Series history. Then in the bottom of the 4th, Lester leaves a fastball right over the plate. Roberto Perez takes it to the left, a 3-0 lead. In the 7th, Cleveland brings in Andrew Miller, striking out Russell, striking out Ross, and now striking out Schwarber for 2 innings in the 7th and 8th, getting out of both jams. Now bottom of the 8th, and who else but Roberto Perez. He launches one to left off Rondon, getting the 6-0 lead, and that would be the final. Ben Zobrist seemed to be the bright spot for the Cubs as he went 3 for 4. Kyle Schwarber went 1 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts, but this game was all Corey Kluber. Going 6 strong innings, Miller and Cody Allen helped finish off the shutout from the pen. Cubs hope for a change of fortunes tonight as they send Jake Arrieta out to the mound. The Indians will pitch Trevor Bauer, who has a 5.06 ERA this postseason. Now we go to the Bulls as they start their season tomorrow against the Boston Celtics at the United Center. Bulls executives Gar Forman and John Paxson were busy this offseason after trading Derrick Rose away to the New York Knicks. They picked up former Miami Heat star and Chicago native Dwayne Wade with a 2-year, $47.5 million deal. They also picked up former Sacramento guard Rajon Rondo to make up for the loss of Rose. The addition of Robin Lopez will help at the center position after losing Joakim Noah and Pau Gasol to free agency. Jimmy Butler looks to continue his all-star performance this season as he takes over as the Bulls' small forward. Entering his 7th season, veteran Taj Gibson gets the nod at the 4 after competing with Niko Mirotic and Bobby Portis during the preseason. The Bulls finished at 42-40 last season and just missed the playoffs. The Bulls look to see red this year and have a successful season under second-year head coach Fred Hoiberg. That's it for the Sports Hub this week. Let's send it back to the desk with Eddie and Alex.
Thanks, Emmett. I'm looking forward to a bounce-back game for the Cubbies. Plus Dwayne Wade in red and white. Oh, it's going to be so awesome. It's going to be lit, man.
Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Top Shelf Sports is produced and written by students here at Northern Illinois University. For more on Top Shelf Sports, look us up and like us on Facebook and Twitter at TopShelfNIU. Stay safe, and as always, go Huskies.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye, everyone.